Big shout out to all the ladies in the building. Very appreciated. Thank you for being here, Jrod Point. We will get to all that fun in a little bit. But the main topic of tonight's not live stream is a long overdue live stream about the latest court hearing in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. Um, Thank you. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Joanne from Utah. Big shout out to Sister Joanne. Big shout out to Hollie Martin in the building. We have the honor of having Hollie Martin in the building today. It's very so much appreciated. Thank you so much. We got all the ladies in the building. We got Selena Dixon. Thank you for being here. Very appreciated. I don't know if you're still here. Thank you for being here. Very appreciated. We have Rock Shock. We have Rock Shock in the building. Sister Rock Shock with the big comeback. Very appreciated. We have also Cricket Moon. Thank you for being here. Very appreciated. Cricket Moon, she or he, I think it's a she, not very, you know what I'm saying, into the true crime drama type of thing, which we respect and we appreciate having her with us or having him. You know, I think it's a girl. But we are very appreciated for their comments and for being here listening to the live stream. Thank you so much, very so much appreciate it. I'm gonna drop the link. I want to talk about the latest hearing. So if by any chance not just Hollie Martin, but also any of the moderators or subscribers that want to come and have a conversation about the latest court hearing in a Idaho 4 case, we could have a conversation about it. We're gonna be analyzing the full court date hearing, and then we're gonna get to all the funds. I mean, I call it funds, but you know, what can I say, man? Listen, I don't take no pleasure really, like to the 100%. I don't take no pleasure on exposing these people. But it's crazy when you could just look at their demeanor. You could hear what they talking about and the way they saying things, their tone, just in the way they perform their videos. You know they capping. You know they lying. You know they lying. Listen, man. They say out there word in the streets that to catch a liar, you have to be a liar, right? Or to catch a liar, you have to have a lion mentality, right? Or to catch a criminal, you have to have criminal mentality to understand where they're coming from, right? Listen, it's on record. It's on record. Listen, my past life back in the days, you know, big shout out, big shout out to Sue Abrahams. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome to the live stream. Very, very, very appreciate it. Ladies, let's welcome another lady to the building so we could have more conversations about true crime. Thank you for being here. Very so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the click, like, subscribe, and from sharing the content if you do. Thank you so much. But back in the days, you know, I wasn't a saint, you know. Again, I want to repeat, I'm 47 years old. I don't think my mother-in-law would allow me having a whole living room, nothing with my pictures. Like I don't think if I was living at my mother's-in-law, at the age of 47, I don't think she would have let me do whatever I want on her house. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That was the first lie. Listen, I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. Let me stop. Let's get back to the main topic of today. Let's talk about the Idaho 4 and Bryan Kohberger case. Let me drop the link. The MVP VIP pass. That's how I call it. MVP VIP backstage pass. Yeah, cause that's what it is. Allows you to get to backstage and have conversations with us. So let me post it real quick. And if Holly would love to and join us in this conversation about the Bryan Kohberger case, that'll be great. I have watched her videos as far as about the Kohberger case and are very eloquent, um, very unbiased, and I respect. I respect. Big shout out to Lisa Hendrick. Thank you for being here. Big sissy in the building. Very appreciated. We have a full house of sisters. Thank you for being here. The only one we're missing is Big Brother Top Petit. Big Brother Top Petit, my guy. I miss the guy. Or if not, of course, Ron John. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have the guys in the building. Big shout out to them. Hopefully we could catch him in the next live stream. That'll be great. But um we're gonna be listening to the latest live stream. I wanna also send a shout out to Layton County Judge. Thank you so much for allowing us to have this video on our page. Is an honor, and it's very so much appreciated from Layton County Courthouse to allowing us to have this footage posted on our page. Is actually an honor. Um, that don't mean that we will take a biased stand to it. I think that my takes within the case is very clear. I've been very, very, very strongly um posting my takes, my understanding since the very beginning of the case, paying attention to like little detail. Big shout out to Hollie Martin. We have her here on the backstage. Thank you for being here. Let me know whenever you're ready to. I could bring you up, okay? And we could have a conversation. That'll be great. Let me get ready over here. Big shout out. We have Hollie Martin, the Honorable Hollie Martin in the building. We're gonna have a great conversation with her. Hollie, you ready? You ready? Let's see, let's bring at to stage and let's do this. Oh my God. Let's give a round of applause to the original classy Miss Martin. Thank you for being here. Very so much appreciated. I'm actually honored. I'm honored for having you here.
Well, and you can tell I dressed up for the occasion.
You you look amazing. You look amazing. We so
And
honored
no
to have you
idea.
here today.
I'm honored to be here. I truly am. I am
Thank
truly
you
honored.
though. I watch your videos like I have the real the bell notification turned on every time you drop. I watched it. You know what I mean? I really don't comment a lot like on no one's pages, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like even though if I agree with you, like let's say I agree with Harsh a lot, and what I do is like I just share it. I go to my community post and I share it. The same thing I do with you, the same thing. Even though if I don't comment, I show the appreciation for the quality of not just the message, but the quality of the content. And my way to appreciate that is sharing it with the people. I think it's fair. It is just because I have like highlight a lot of content creators, like a lot of people. Some people look at me like some type of hater or whatnot, but listen, how can you like people that you see their demeanor and the way they talk and the way they bring information, and even when they go in at other people, you could tell that in the tone of their delivery, you could
Yeah.
tell they lack in some substance or actually truthfulness within their speech. Like
Yeah.
when you hear many stumbles and many looking up, like try to see what you're gonna say. I can't respect that. I don't know. But I like to share a lot of love to a lot of content creators that I like, that I watch, that are on my rotation daily, because
Mhm.
even though if I'm gonna go, I'm always on like on my phone, or try to always be in touch with the comments and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Martin, let us for the community here and the On Point family that have not, let's say by any chance they haven't heard about you. Can you give us the honor of your introduction to our community, please?
Well, I'll tell you, and this is straight up honest. I started down a YouTube channel road, and my daughter, I'll never forget the day that she called me and told me about these murders. And then I'll never forget the day she called me and told me they got somebody and where he was. And it wasn't computing at that moment. And I went ahead and I started making videos and I started following. And I was on the side when they caught him. I was like, we've got him, the whole bit. And then when I just kept going with it. And I've been following this case. It's like my baby. I mean, I do other things. Like I've looked into the Alec Baldwin case. I've been doing videos on that.
Yeah, I've
And
been seeing
then
it. The great work you have done. Great work.
thank you. But I'm really just a baby to this community. So I'm not real understanding the whole bit. I love certain creators, and you especially. Harsh, you mentioned. I have so much respect for certain creators, and I do try to talk about that. And it is nice to listen to you guys. It really is. And I do understand the side of law in the sense that I have family issues that make me very familiar with the law and how the system works. Um,
I believe that every human being at some point have needed to have knowledge about the legal system, and knowledge about loopholes, and knowledge about procedures, and so I believe that, yeah, I think everyone has like the urge to know things, and what we don't know, we just into searching. I believe the humans by nature, we are very researchful. We what we know, we want to know it. It's some people
mhm,
that they happy with what they know and they live in that bubble, but it's
mhm.
some other humans that we just it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. We just want to know more outside of whatever is being told to us, at
Yeah.
least from the main sources. What I mean?
Yes. Yes. And I come from the generation that didn't have the social media world. And so to give us that other information, that other stuff, and so this was all new to me, and it just it Tucker Carlson put it so wonderful. He said, when I realized that our generation had been lied to by the government our entire lives. It is so disappointing, and that's my generation. And it's just it's sad when we're facing, reality. And I know you guys all know all that now.
Yes, is very life could take you through a rabbit hole even if you don't want to,
Mhm.
and you have to find your way out of it.
Yeah, you do. You
You
do.
know, like.
You do.
But Holly, big shout outs to your daughter. Yeah, both for y'all, host and co-host. Y'all doing a great work. It's
Thank
very
you.
pleasant to see the relationship, the conversations, because I see here at home, and I see in a way my daughters interact with their mother,
Mhm.
and seeing that in both of y'all, and it gives me just personally a, a breath of fresh air, a hope. It's like sometimes you sit at your house and you be like, are we the only ones? Like, are we the only ones that actually try to have a relationship with our children? Like, what I'm saying? Because I see all
I
the
know
parents out
exactly
there.
what you're saying.
I see all the parents with their children out there. And let me cut the laugh for a little because I want to bring this to your attention. How you feel about in a way parents are killing their kids and kids killing their parents at this day today? This is like a new era. We didn't see this in this level before.
No,
Can you please give us your take on what you think about this unbalance?
honestly, Jrod, I've had many videos and many debates with people. I truly believe that social media, as great as it is for some of us and beneficial to others, um, it has destroyed us and it has made these issues for us.
Information,
And
like information could be a sword of two edges. Information could give you great knowledge, but at the same time it could give you the type of knowledge, then you have to decide what you're going to do with it.
yeah, yeah. And it's it's just it's scary. It's hard. It's hard to watch both sides. It really is. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Um, knowing where I've come and where I am now, and looking back over everything, and just looking at today, and what's going on. It's like, oh my God, what is happening? And I truly believe the core is that something happened. Something happened when we opened these gates to our children. And I am like, I have nothing against OnlyFans. I have nothing against, that kind of stuff. But, and my daughter and I, we joke about it all the time. But she still thinks I have a page, but I do.
Listen, the kids gonna think what they gonna think.
I know, I know. But no, I I loved what Ted Bundy always said, and what he had said that the one way that you can put a stop to people like myself and what we do, serial killers, is get rid of porn.
It's a lot of things
And
that they're not just that though, because that's part of the access to it. um it's also let's say music, let's say even literature, like books, even everything that it brings information at this day today, 2024. I believe that is corrupted. Not everything, but I
Mhm.
believe like the more information that we get for some reason is the negative.
Mhm.
But then it gives the human the opportunity to decide what they're gonna do with that information. So at the end of the day, it's an option. By the way, before I say another thing, is he anyway? Can you put the volume or you mic just a little bit higher if you could?
Oh gosh,
Just a
I'm
little
so
bit
sorry.
higher, not much.
Um,
We could hear you, but I believe that for quality intent, if we raise you a little bit more, that'll be fine. Just a little itch to the top.
okay, is that any better?
Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Go ahead. Give me a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Say anything so I could see.
Oh, 1 2 1 2. Testing
You
one
good?
two
Yeah,
1 2.
you're good. Sorry for the interruption. I'm sorry. Now we could all hear you a little bit more, with a little more higher input. Thank you. I'm sorry for the
Okay.
interruption.
No.
But you see, I'm glad that I have you here today. I don't know if you heard the bad news today. It was a custody battle. I think it was down in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that when it's a custody battle, let's say if your child is in daycare, I believe that you should note it, no, give a notification to the daycare that due to the challenge in court about custody, one of the parents cannot pick up the kid.
Okay.
For example, if the dad took the kid to, like, the dad has possession of custody of his son, right? And he took him to the daycare to go to court for a custody battle.
Hmm.
The mother did not went to court. She went to the daycare, picked up her son, took him to the park, and took his life. And she took her life right
Oh,
after that.
oh God.
That messed
Oh,
up my whole day today. And I'm saying that I'm glad that you're here because you're a mother. I'm a dad. And I wanted to share that not just with you, but with the whole community. Because that news today, it
uh-huh.
hurt my heart. Because it's so much that we could talk about that.
I hate it when there's kids involved. It makes me so, so sad.
You see, in my take about that, I feel that if it was a custody dispute at that level, um, the daycare should be noted about the mother cannot pick up her son.
It, exactly.
If it's on that gravity that she knew that she was about to lose custody that day.
If it was a, right, if it was a legitimate daycare center, you know, that they had paperwork and stuff, um, I could see if I was the dad and I knew that this had went down, I would make damn sure that that daycare knew that there was no way that she was to do that, to take that child.
I'm gonna find it real quick. Go ahead.
How did that happen? How the
And
hell?
that's what I'm saying. Like if it was a legit daycare, I don't think she would be able to take the child. I think that it could be just like a neighbor or a family member or something.
Oh my God.
Now I'm gonna find it right
Wow.
now because I really wanted to share that on the video, but I think that this is like the best opportunity for me to get it out my chest because it's been hurting my
Oh,
heart all day. Like me and my wife seen it. We sat down there and I just sat there. I didn't know what to say. Like I was like, but if you say you love your son, like if you love your son to get you in a mental state that you want to take his life, so that's not love.
uh-uh.
You can't say that you love your son when you have the even the remote intention of hurting your son for no matter what the reason. If it's that serious, just leave him alone, let him grow. I found it though. Oh my God, I'm
Uh-uh.
sorry, but I have to share this though, because
Mm-mm.
it did hurt my heart. Like I would try to keep my composure on this one. All right, let me
has ended tragically with the discovery of 2 bodies in West San Antonio. The bodies were found at Tom Slick Park on Highway 151 near Loop 410. This comes after an Amber Alert was issued early this morning for 3-year-old Caden Krieger, believed to be taken by his mother, Savannah. Let's get right to KENS 5 reporter Sue Kalberg with the update the Berry County Sheriff gave just a short time ago. Sue?
Jeremy, I want to set the stage for you a little bit. As you said, we're at Tom Slick Park. In the front of the park, this is the area everybody's most familiar with. It's still a very active scene. The playground there is what the area that most people are familiar with, but the actual crime scene is over that hill in the deep woods. Sheriff,
she got him to a playground so he didn't worry about what she was about to do. This is some evil shit. She took him to the playground so he don't think nothing bad was about to happen. Because he probably knew that his mommy was bad.
Mhm. God.
And I believe for her to lose her if she was about to lose her custody, that means that she was being bad to him.
Mhm.
Cause you're not like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna lose the custody of your child because you be mean to your husband.
Yeah.
You have to be bad to your kid for you to
Yeah.
lose your kid's custody.
It does seem like individuals like that, that would
And
be
this like
injured
a
by an
mental
adult.
and this like a mental red flag on this. Like, can we say that it could be, I mean, not giving excuses, because sometimes I believe that it's a tough topic, but again, in my personal opinion, some people call themselves crazy to cap out on their own bad behavior, on their own evilness. Oh yeah, I'm crazy, and so what? Just because they know that they that evil and just not don't want to change. But can we see in this particular case some kind of mental illness?
Well, that's what I was going to ask, is if there was any known, like a bipolar history or a major mental depression. Had she taken antipsychotics, before, in the past? Um, those kinds of thoughts were going through my head, but something can make a psyche break. And if she was losing her only tie to that man, because this is about that man, this isn't about her son. I don't believe.
Because if you think about, if you was being mean to your kid, if you was being, you know what I'm saying, like parents that treat their kids evil, right? You
Yeah.
think that if they lose their kid, they'll be like, well, so what?
Yeah.
Because he's no attachment.
Right.
And I believe what
Absolutely.
you're saying, that it had to be about the man, because if you was being mean to your kid, you know what I mean, you would beat him in or whatnot. That means that you really didn't have that motherly love
Exactly.
within you.
Exactly. And then after she did that, what does she have to live for? I mean, because
Drugs could be.
something, yes, yeah, but I feel like something broke her psyche. I think
For a
she
mother to even think that, yeah, I know what you're talking about. She was broken.
uh-huh. But she lost him for a reason.
Right.
So what was that?
Let's listen.
Javier Salazar described where this tragic discovery was made this morning.
The bodies right now are in a drainage easement out, so it appears that they left the vehicle and then left on foot from there. I don't know how far the distance is between the two, but it is quite the crime scene is a considerable ways into past the park and into that drainage easement.
Now, the sheriff said that the search for the two began at daybreak after the missing woman's car was discovered here in the park late last night. The frantic search for Savannah Krieger started late yesterday after she picked her young son up, Caden. They were going to a doctor's appointment. The sheriff said relatives became concerned about her because there was a custody battle over the boy. In fact, they were supposed to be in court this morning, but it's important to note she had applied for a protective order on Friday. Now, as the evening wore on, relatives couldn't reach Savannah by phone, and they said that a tracking device that had been installed on her phone had been turned off. Now, the sheriff says when the vehicle was found, it was dark and they couldn't see anything, so they made a promise to come back here at first light. They say a park police officer and some people from the sheriff's office are the ones who were actually in the ditch and looking farther and farther away from the car, and they actually found the two bodies. Salazar said members of the boy's family are with his detectives right now. They're plotting their way forward. Who did this is the big question. Of course, the medical examiner has to rule on the cause and manner of death, but the sheriff said a gun was found near the bodies. Certainly not the outcome anybody wanted. Live at Tom Slick Park in West San Antonio, Sue Kalberg, KENS 5.
Are they suggesting that she maybe didn't do that?
Nah, they don't want to give details. They have her as a sole suspect.
Okay.
Yeah, they have her as a sole suspect because I see another coverage of it because I went in a little bit in depth into it.
Okay.
And they have not like they don't have like no other suspect than her.
Okay.
But they still investigating just in case she had like a boyfriend or whatnot. They they're still looking into
Sure.
the details to make sure that whatever they speculate is what it is. But it was a sad story that I just want to share with you, and because
Yeah,
it
thank
did
you.
touch my heart. It did
It's
touch
very, very touching.
it touched my heart, and parents out there they see this type of news, and they have children. If you're seeing and you watching this live stream, or whenever you do watch this live stream, please give your kid a hug, telling you love them, spend time with them. Us as adults, we don't know when is our last day. You know, just hug your kids, tell them you love them. As soon as you watch what we're talking about here today, and thank you for Hollie Martin to be with us today. It's a pleasure,
Thank
it's
you
an
for
honor,
having me.
and all the mods and subscribers in the chat. Thank you so much for your engagement and for being part of this
Yes,
live
thank
stream.
you.
We're gonna get back to the meats and potatoes within the topic. Unless Holly, unless you wanna add anything else into that subject before we skip to the next topic.
No, I just found it interesting. They didn't really uh, say much about where the child, what daycare he was at, but I did get a feel that it was a family member. I don't know.
Yeah, because I
That's
believe if
all.
it was like a legit certified daycare, uh obviously that would have not have a notification to the daycare, like do not let my ex come and get him or whatnot, because the reason that I'm leaving him here is because I'm going to court. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
yeah.
it's a sad story. Hopefully all the family members from both families find peace, find some kind of answers even through the darkness, and we wish them nothing but the best. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. So to get back to the meats and potatoes, let's listen to Just Judge, and let's listen to this court performance. I just to let you know, I've been watching this footage since it came out. I've been soaking myself with all this good stuff because this is all good stuff for me. Like all this reading the papers. Listen, the court paperwork that people are so infatuated in reading to the people, in my personal opinion, is a waste of time. Listen, I love and support all content creators. You know who you are. I love you. I support you. You know who you are. But in my personal opinion, just my personal opinion, it's a waste of time because the paper holds anything you write upon.
Yeah.
If the information available to the court process is faulty, is not accurate,
No.
is invented, created, fabricated, or whatnot, what you sharing with the people on those paperworks actually confuse those people that are ignorant of what's really going on.
But doesn't that concern you at all? I mean, as far as a jury
I'm sorry, I'm smoking.
being tainted.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't that concern you at all about a jury, a potential jury pool being tainted with going in there already with misinformation or incorrect information?
You see, Bryan Kohberger has a better chance, and this is a hot take. This is a hot take, and listen, it's gonna be people. They're gonna say, "You see what I told you? He crazy." In my in my personal opinion, he has a better chance staying in Layton County.
Yeah.
And do all the court process there, because he's gonna prove me right.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll stay on that side.
And you remember when you said that it was like your baby, right?
Yep.
For Layton County, this is their baby.
Oh, I
They
bet.
need to have full control of what's going on, not just about the narrative with
They've had control from day one.
listen, at this day today, it was thing that they share in the beginning of this is how I know that this was a random event. But with what I mean random, it was spontaneous. It popped up that night, not planned. This is how you know, since the very beginning, since they start pushing the information out, they try to come up with the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Until the University of Idaho said, like, what you doing? What you doing? What you trying to do here? Like, I just being serious right now. Like, what you trying to do? Like, did you just say that was? Hold on. Did you just say that was a passionate crime?
He was sexually frustrated.
Did you just say that was an insulated event, that the community didn't have no danger upon them?
He was stalking.
You know these motherfuckers fucked up and they're not gonna do it again until they get pissed off again. So just try to figure that out. You gonna say what I tell you you're gonna say and leave these kids alone. So what? They kids, they drunk, they were high in that day, and guess what? They had a heart broken. They bitched out and went like,
yeah.
Listen, from where Kohberger came from. If you clear the inner circle in a week from where Kohberger came from. Listen, they have more than 30 plus suspects.
Oh my God.
On a hush hush. On a hush hush, don't tell no one, because if you have to clear someone, that means that they were suspects.
Exactly. And I never,
You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with the people about words and the way you say shit. Listen, they talking to Jrod on point. My name is Jrod on point for a reason, because I pay attention to detail to catch you. It's just simple shit. Like, listen,
oh,
when listen, when they said this was an insulated event and a passionate event, I knew already right there and then that they knew the killer.
really?
How you gonna know that it was a passionate and insulated event if you don't have no type of information? If
Yeah,
you don't know the killer, how can you say that? If you're not on the
yeah.
trail knowing already what's really going on behind, because if not, you're lying to the people.
Well, and like I said, I I came from a an OJ generation.
Oh my God, OJ.
Yes, and
Oh my
so
God, that was an event by itself. I
yes,
seen
and
it.
so that started it. That started this whole roller coaster. And I just feel like um, I feel like history's kind of repeating itself, but it's just getting a little worse. But
And with many other people, because we're not talking about just OJ.
no,
We're
there's
talking
so many.
about
Mendoza brothers was right after him. Mendoza brothers.
and no, let's say up to today's cases. In my personal opinion, the Delphi case, the
Yes.
Delphi case, the people that is involved on this alleged sacrifice or
With the yep, the Odin. Oh,
Odin mass or whatnot.
mm,
In our information, what I have gathered we between myself and big shout out to Speakman Holden. He's a little bit more veteran within the Delphi case than me, but we have many brainstorm sessions and many conversations about it. We've been doing brainstorm conferences like for the longest. Big shout out to Speak by Holding.
mhm.
He called me the other days. I know on the last live stream I said that I haven't talked to him for a while. That I was
Yeah.
praying for him and making sure that he was okay. He hit me up. He let me know everything good, brother. I'm just focused on the case that I'm working on for this lady, and I have to be soaked in the information, and I have to outcast myself from everything that I was doing to actually
Mm.
get into the meats and potatoes on this case. Because this one lady, they sentenced her for 30 years, 35 years, and
Mhm.
it was a case between her and her daughter. But the person that he brought up to the table was the grandma, and it was really no kind of evidence, just hearsay.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? So Speakman Holdings trying to get that reverse, so he's very
Okay.
into whatever he's doing. He's doing it pro
Yeah.
bono, you know,
Yeah.
and he's a very
Yeah.
good dude. And I believe that if someone could get the lady out of this trouble, it's gonna be him, because he's
Yeah.
very knowledgeable. He
That's
has not
awesome.
lost a case without being a certified lawyer.
Yeah.
He has won cases in court, like he has an undefeated
Wow. Wow.
self-taught. So that
Wow. That's awesome.
sometimes I feel that he's the lawyer the Kohberger needs, but he believes the
Yeah.
Kohberger is guilty. I believe
Yeah.
the
I
Kohberger
did
is
hear him
innocent.
say that. I
Yes,
did hear
but we
him.
get listen, but we get along very fine, very well. We have many, like he throw me every knowledge that he got, like the reasons why he believed that, and
Hmm.
I give him my reasons for, and at the end of
Hmm.
the day we make peace.
Hmm.
But we bring the
Yeah.
conversation to the table for the people to listen to. So
Yeah.
with that, I want to like, hold on, ever figured out how you else though? I got HIV. No, the demon dog, not yet.
Mm.
She brought a story to YouTube, but if you want to listen to that, Please stay tuned, because after we talk about the main topic, the Idaho Forum, Bryan Kohberger, we will get to the fun. So if you wanna, I mean, again, it's not a fun topic, but at the same time, I don't take no pleasure, but I have to. It's like I cannot be in YouTube if I can't, like in YouTube true crime content, if I can't sit here and ask the tough questions, especially when the people that is bringing the story to the table is not making no sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, I
the
agree.
Demon Dog, if you want to stay for that, we will talk about it in a little bit. But again, in a Bryan Kohberger case, it just again, you took like a week to clear family members, boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, enemies, friends, fraternities, sororities, University of Idaho, the whole University of Idaho, the whole Greek Council, because this is the whole people that you know for a fact knew about this way before the authorities did.
Right.
It just no way.
Hours.
If people has gone to college, you've been in those meetings that they tell you stuff that they not write you on paper.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
one of the things that they tell you, do not match, you do not be friends with the locals.
Yeah.
So that means the University of Idaho, just as any other university around the world, that tells you do not match with outsiders, that'll tell you that no one from the University of Idaho will familiate or do friendships nor business with anyone that is not from the University of Idaho. How Bryan Kohberger got to that circle.
Exactly. And I can't wait till I go down there because I want to go live and I want you on there when I'm on live.
Yes. Listen, I could live stream it too. While you live stream, I live stream it.
Yes. Because I want to see how they treat me. I'm going to go straight up to them.
Oh, listen, be careful. It's going to be ladies calling the cops on you. I'm letting you know right now. As soon as you're live and they know you over there looking for information, they did that too. Big shout out to Lana Oriani from Truth and Transparency. They did that to her. That's why I had a disagreement with crime sleuthing. Me and crime sleuthing were past day ones until she started acting shady, not just with Kara, Santa's mom, because I introduced Kara and the whole situation that they had going on. I built up that. Like I built up to that. Like I'd rather have Kara going to crime sleuthing, which is a bigger channel, they come to my channel that I didn't have 1,000 subs. Even though I get views, and I get, I get clicks and people, I was still also, I'm not a troll. No, you're good, Demon Dog, you're good. Welcome to the building. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Enjoy the time. We're gonna have great conversations, and hopefully we could hear a little bit more about you. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it.
Yeah, welcome.
So what I was talking about? Kohberger, right? How Kohberger got within the inner circle. When that inner circle is you cannot penetrate the inner circle. If you are from the University of Washington, but just by principle, they will not mesh with you.
That is so weird.
They know all the students. They know all whoever they are from the University of Idaho. They know the list. They read the names. They know the faces. They see the people. They see your meetings. They fill up the whole stadium with all the students.
And I was married 23 years to a Sigma.
Okay.
Frat boy. And so I know all about it.
They come and talk to you.
Runs deep.
They come and talk to you way before they're gonna talk to him.
Oh yeah, it goes deep.
just to make sure that you are complying with what's coming,
Oh yeah.
to make sure that you are agreeing and you actually, they don't have to get rid of you.
Yeah. It's scary.
I know.
It's,
I know.
I mean,
I've been on those frat parties. I've been there. Like, I know. Like, I've been even in meetings that I didn't even want to be when they want me in. Like, I was like, what I'm doing here? Like, good smoke, good drink, good ladies, but I don't want to be here with what you're talking about.
Finding out my grandfather was a Mason was not as scary as that.
God bless.
Being married too.
I have family that are Masons. I have family that are on the all seeing eye. I have family that they're actually literally initiating with all that. Don't want to say, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just people see me like, dressing with this hat, all ghetto, but they just see what they see. But again, if they pay attention to the message, they'll see this a little bit further of knowledge, that it's not just some hood shit. It's not just that I'm talking to you, all these getaway or whatnot. It's a fundament. Like my mom was in a Rotary Club. She graduated from the University of Puerto Rico. She was in sororities. She was an accountant. She died at the age of 23. My grandma was the leader of the whole block of the hood. So whenever it was a meeting for the political party, she needed to be there. So of course I was there because my mom died. So I needed to be with my grandma the whole time. So my grandma took me wherever she went. So I had to be checking like governors and mayors' hands when I'm a little itty bitty, stuff like that. I mean, in meetings they talking about these beautiful masonry and all these other cultural stuff, which is a blessing. Listen, Sweden, the Scottish Rite from Sweden, they following me on Twitter, because they know how much love I have show the brotherhood. They
really,
yes, like if you go to my Twitter, it's linked on my on my page. If you go through my Twitter, you see my followers. You see even like you see mad Illuminati, like you see nothing but Illuminati. It's like people don't even believe me, and I'm like, listen, go to my followers. So
that's awesome.
Go and check my first page, like my first page on Twitter. I don't think that no one has seen it yet, but I have a big old banner like, this is what I am. Listen, I'm the good ones. Like, what you mean? Like, it's good ones and bad ones. It's like everything. You know what I mean? The good ones watching over the bad ones. Yeah, the bad ones gonna probably overpower a little bit until the good ones get tired of it, and then just kick them out. It's a refreshing and do it again type of shit. It's like, don't you think that Green, the president of the University of Idaho, for example, if that was the case, that he get caught on some bullshit, if that was the case, not saying that he did nothing.
Right.
I'm not saying that he's on no shady stuff.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you, Demon Dog. That's very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Demon Dog. Appreciate you. Go ahead. But let's say they catch him on some shady stuff that he has to do with the University of Idaho.
Exactly.
And not just with that, but on some kind of shady stuff within the murder and the reason why the house got taken down. And you know what I'm saying? Because remember, he have to answer to people. He's not the sole owner. He's not the sole runner. He have to answer to people. So if this umbrella feel that you got a little too greedy,
exactly,
and you didn't follow the rules, because if you're gonna do any dirt, do it right.
Yep.
Just do it right.
Exactly.
Don't let it come out there. You just be the best of everything on anything that you want to be. Be the best on that. But don't get caught. Don't bring the heat to you, because if you go down, we go down, and we are not going to go down. Like, we will be here for centuries to come while you in prison or something. They don't understand that. People with power, listen, one of the most powerful, and I keep repeating this, one of the most powerful men in the world is Donald Trump.
Oh yeah,
Period.
absolutely.
Like he's at the
Yeah.
level of Putin, he's at the level of all these big names out there, and they respect him
Yeah.
because they know not just from the family that he's coming from, he know his reputation, he know what they know what
I'm
he's
sitting
all
up
about.
straighter because of it.
Yeah, but
You say his name and I sit up straight.
but even the FBI and the government being trying to pinch him on some stuff.
Yeah.
So all that power goes out the way when they hire above
Mhm.
want to mess with you for whatever is the reason that they feel that they losing power, and they know
Mhm.
that they have a machinery within the legal system that it could be utilized because they have the right people in the right places. It's not, listen, in Puerto Rico, when one political party takes over, everyone gets kicked out. The governor, the one that gets elected governor, has to be the president of the political party. Because if you're not the president of the political party, you get run as a governor by the president of the political party. That's a loophole that in Puerto Rico we found out about the United States system and what they doing wrong, and we fixed that on Puerto Rico. Because the president of the political party is the one that has the power. He's not
Right.
like right now. He's not the president of the United States of America. The
No.
one that is running United States of America by facts is the president of the Democrat Party. He's the real president of the United States of America. This is why in Puerto Rico, whoever is going to be governor have to be the president, because we don't want to be told what we're going to do. If I'm the governor, I'm telling you what. Listen, this is bottom line. I'm the president of the political party, and I'm the governor. We're gonna do things my way. If you don't like it, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. So in Puerto Rico, when let's say political party change,
Mhm.
all the key positions to have an administration running smoothly without no type of blockages and without any corruption, when the new political party comes, everyone gets kicked out. Everyone. I'm talking about the whole mayor's office. Everyone lose their job. Everyone gets kicked out, and we're not keeping not even the maintenance guy.
Damn.
Yeah, that's Puerto Rico. Everyone gets kicked out. 'Cause guess what? We want to run these 4 years smoothly
Mhm.
by law. So we want to make sure that these 4 years, even though in Puerto Rico is a lot of corruption also, because even governors have going to prison and have going to legal process, even with the FBI. Many governors from Puerto Rico have gone some do some shady
Mhm.
stuff. But the good ones, they utilize that process to clean and filter all the bad apples. Because unfortunately, if you keep on key positions of government, certain people, when you try to deliver, you're gonna have a blockage there, even for lack of initiative, or they just don't want to do it.
Mhm.
So it's like
You're right.
that's why every time it's a new political party, everybody in key positions of government, of power, or everyone, and even the maintenance guy, I'm sorry, like he does, like everybody gets kicked out. Because then the maintenance guy is gonna start like taking pictures and stuff and try to make it an narrative. Oh yeah, they lazy, they're not working today. You know what I'm saying? And they were on lunch or something. You know what I'm saying? They listen, narrative these days is dangerous. I'm just saying. But
Oh my
I
God.
wanted to share that with the public, and I want to share that with you. But yeah, in reality, if they did it to Donald Trump, don't you think that they will do that to Green? If Green wasn't any shady,
Right.
they would do it to anyone. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? The FBI, when they come and kick the door, is like they don't care who you are. They don't care how much
No.
money you got.
And
They
that's
just
and
have a
that's
mission.
kind of where I started getting really upset was once the IGG information came out. In fact, my daughter and I came up with that's a new drinking game of ours now. Every time mom says IGG, we all drink.
Cheers.
But but it was when that stuff, when they started doing that, um, I'm just like, okay, it's kind of like when you catch someone in a lie, okay, what else are you lying about?
Just
I
okay.
mean, it's like,
Now that you talk about the IGG, right? Let's talk about Pennsylvania before we run the play. Let's talk about Pennsylvania. They say that this didn't took not too long. Actually, let me put it right here. They said that this operation in Pennsylvania didn't took long at all because they got the first heads up. I think they say at the end of December they got their first heads up about this.
right, right.
They were doing surveillance, like they say, scope the area, whatnot. You have to enter a gated community. A gated community, which that means that for you to enter that gated community, it don't matter if you have the gate wide open, you still need permission. You still need some legal something
Right,
to enter a gated community. You're not just going to anywhere. This is a gated community that a lot of influential people live.
right,
You need to
right.
have some kind of something legit for you even do civilians in a gated community. Again, it don't matter if they have the gates wide open. You have to go through a certain process to even do civilians in those particular areas. We're not talking a regular hood. We're not talking a regular open area that could just drive and take. No, this is a gated community.
Hmm.
And
That's okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the only DNA that they had available, it was whatever particles they had on a brass. Hold on, let me repeat. A brass button of a brand new clean sheet, which is which is leather, and leather, the pores of the leather not just soak DNA, but it soak blood if it's underneath of a or close by a puddle of blood. I'm just saying, like that nice sheath, if it was what they say that it was, in the same way you see blood pouring out of the walls, in the
It is
same way we
covered.
could have an understanding that the reason why they want to get rid of the house was because Dylan couldn't lie about the blood dripping down her ceiling. She couldn't lie about that. If you fell asleep there, you have blood falling on you.
Mm-hmm.
You have blood dripping down behind the pane of the walls. You wouldn't know that it was a bloodbath up there.
Right.
If it was blood from the second floor dripping down outside, and they say that Kiely got the worst, it was more blood on that third floor and more gross shit than in the second floor. And they say in both floors was a fight,
Yeah.
which
They did.
in the beginning of the investigation, they only mentioned that about Ethan and Santa.
Right.
They didn't
I
mention
actually,
about Kiely putting up a fight. They
I
said that
only heard
after
that.
this
Yeah.
story.
I only heard that in the beginning that Xana was the one that put up a fight, and that the rest of them were asleep.
Because that's why she had like the limbs of her fingers
Mm-hmm.
almost gone, and some fingers. I think they were gonna be. Shout out to Kayleen. Thank you for being here. We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. Sister
That
Kayleen
that
here.
sheath, that sheath, I'm telling you, would have been, I would think, in my unprofessional opinion, that it would be drenched, and it would have so much more on there, so much more DNA.
Yeah,
So,
the Demon Dog. We do actually appreciate ladies, female content creators in true crime, because I believe that we need the yin and yang. We need the yin and yang in true crime. We totally understand there is some females in the true crime niche that are not all there. Like, it just in my personal opinion, far as you could tell that I don't know if it's something wrong with them, or they just like into that content creation, like they just wanna go there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I, but I respect and appreciate ladies and classy ladies like Holly and her daughter that put out so much great content. The conversations are not just clean, but are very, very forward, very polite. Like, it's easy to digest. Like, I could sit there and watch a whole live stream, and I'm just like, my wife is right with me, and I'm just like, yeah, get them, come on, tell them. They just don't know. Just tell them. That this is me just talking to my girl, babe. Yeah, I'm like, babe, you heard that, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's a level of enjoyment
Oh,
when you watch certain content creators that you could actually just enjoy the time that you click on upon the video,
yeah.
or the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when we click on it, we don't know what we're gonna, we don't know what we're gonna hear. We don't know what's all
True.
about. But then when you sit there, you take your time, and you actually have like the very intention to just have an open heart of what the topic is all about, and then you just sit there and you just see that you just hit them in the gut. Ah, and I'm like, just get them, Holly. They need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. I appreciate your commentary. It's so
Thank
polite
you.
and sincere that it's an enjoyment when I could just sit there and listen to you, even you on your
Thank you.
videos, or when you with your daughter. I like that co-host and host, like, combination that you have is very, very sincere, and it's genuine, because we
Mhm.
could tell that it's not scripted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very good. So I give you all
It's fun.
shout outs for that, and I appreciate you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you.
one of the things that it really hit me hard is that, you know why, like, if we seen blood coming, like, up the wall, why we not was believe or speculate, like, if like, room is so little for so much blood, that blood gonna go somewhere.
Hmm.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
For
It
for
was some
for
footage.
somebody to be outside on the outside.
Yeah, yeah. It was some footages that they were saying there was a puddle of blood at the other side from the third floor, but it was like rock, like the floor. It was like,
Hmm.
gravel. So it was some people was trying to say that it was a puddle of blood. I didn't see that. I believe that whatever blood, like, it stayed inside the house, at least from the third floor.
Yeah.
That's my
I,
opinion
I
about if you
I think you're
dealing
right.
this slept on your second floor underneath the bloodbath. You cannot tell me that it was no blood dripping down.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that you didn't hear what happened on the third floor if you was right underneath it. You
Yeah.
cannot tell me that.
Yeah.
No one can tell me that, and I will believe that. You're not gonna tell me that you was not just underneath of the third floor, right underneath where it happened, and you was right next to the other victims. So
Hmm.
you right in the middle of both crime scenes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
heard that. Oh no, you know exactly what happened
Exactly what happened.
and who did it.
Exactly. Exactly. And I
She said
cannot
she said she
wait
said
until she's on the
5'11".
stand.
When she said 5'11", the first name that came to my head, Showalter. because Jack Decor is taller than him. Showalter is a little mini. He's not tall. Like he said 5'11", and when she said 5'11", yeah, Showalter. Because when she said that, listen, listen, I already spoke to Moscow PD 2 weeks into the crime. And I give Moscow PD the whole download of my suspects and the reasons why. Because I sat there and took my time to break. Like, I'm not here in true crime to talk about true crime for clicks and likes and for people to see me talking about it.
Right.
I'm here because if I know what I know, and I could call, like the same thing I did with the Kiely Rodni case, if I know through my homework that is foul play, I'm gonna call you and let you know the reasons why I believe it's foul play. And I had conversation with Nevada County Sheriff. I still have personal cell phone from sheriffs, direct connection. So, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and talk about a case that I'm not getting literally involved with full first and last phone number. Listen, I'm a content creator. Watch my footage. It might tell you more than what I could tell you right now with the time that we got available. But if you really want to do some kind of extracurricular homework, come and listen to my videos. Because whatever I have, I put it out there for you to listen to. The same thing I told Moscow PD. I spoke with Captain Dillinger. I spoke with Brett Payne. I spoke to these guys. You know what I mean? And that's after my 45-minute conversation 2 weeks after the case started.
Yeah.
So I have to do 2 calls of follow-up because it's like when I first call you, I know you cannot talk to me, but y'all went the opposite way. I told him this. I know you cannot talk to me. I told him about the Grub truck, the situation with the Grub truck. I don't want to mention it right now, but it's up and running. Because the reason why they don't want to talk about the Grub truck is because the timeline that it was offered as official came out of cell phone data from Olivia Goncalves, not even from an official law enforcement agency. You have FBI, you have Moscow PD, you have all CIA, you have all stormtroopers and people flying in helicopters. And you're going to tell me a non-legal source, a family member of a victim, is the one that's going to run the show? Like y'all going to go for a non-professional assessment.
I'm sorry to laugh.
But y'all want me to believe that Kohberger is guilty. How?
Exactly.
Because
How?
you to clear 40 plus people, it takes months of investigation, of cell phone data, where you was, what you're doing, interrogations. Those videos of the interrogations gonna be on file. All the interviews gonna be on file. All cell phone data from everybody on everything. On the same thing that they have done to Kohberger. Even those 2 extra, three extra different DNA besides the Kohberger one. So we have 3 different samples. We higher quality the Kohberger, but we went for Kohberger when we have 3 other different higher quality of DNA. But you said that didn't hit the computer, didn't came back with nothing. So that means that whoever committed this crime don't have a criminal record.
Bingo.
That's all what you get to know. So, no. So, but then Bryan Kohberger don't have a criminal record neither, but you went for him.
Yep.
So what about the other 2
cell phone
inside of that room on the 3rd floor? Because I know where they found those samples. Don't ask me how. But I know they found those other 2 samples in the same vicinity of the 3rd floor within the bodies.
Wow.
But you went for Kohberger on the night shift.
Right.
When you have 2 other DNAs in the same room. So now how you explain that?
I don't know. You can't. Other than it's just corrupt. It's just corrupt. I have said this and I'll say it again. They need to go back to the starting board.
Yeah, actually, Demon Dog. Yeah, that was blood on the wall.
They just need to start completely over.
But that's the problem. You know when they want to start over, and you know they're not gonna start over because in my feeling,
hell no.
on my heart of hearts, they're just gonna they're gonna run it for 3 years with Kohberger.
Mhm,
As soon as they dismiss him to let him go after a few years,
mhm.
he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. Because
Yeah.
they just again, people's gonna be so fed up with the whole process and what's going on, the YouTubers narrative and all this
Mhm.
other stuff. And my belief is that they're just gonna linger it
Mhm,
to let it die on the public opinion.
mhm.
And by the time the conclusion of like, well, we don't have enough to give him a death, we're gonna have to dismiss the guy or whatnot, then everything's gonna be dead. It is cold.
Mhm.
You know, they're gonna say they're gonna keep on trying to go after Kohberger or whatnot. But I believe, in my personal opinion, just due to everything that I've been knowing for this case and all the dirty stuff that I know, is no way that you could find this man guilty unless you have everyone into it, even Ann Taylor.
That's a scary thought because she's from Idaho.
And she's from the
University
University of Idaho, pledged too. Like
Yes.
she owns,
Yes,
she
she
owns
is.
like loyalty to the sorority and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? They all into like they all came out of the University of Idaho. Right now, Bryan Kohberger is on the hands of Satan.
The judge and the DA graduated the same year.
Yeah, and you know about the judge that took care of the secret indictment, right? He was in fact he's retired. He's been retired. He was in vacations with his wife somewhere. And he got called. Ring, can you come and take care of this? When you have judges on list, like they have judges right now active to take care of that, but you call a judge that is retired, that is on vacation with his wife, and it came from the University of Idaho also.
Mm.
Why you think that Ann Taylor, like in a way, listen, I want to give Ann Taylor the benefit of the doubt because even though she's sipping the tea and she's part of the belly of the beast,
Mhm.
I believe in what I know about our umbrella.
Right.
Like I believe that if the lower tiers want to do whatever they want to do because they know they fucked up, I believe the ones overseeing all this shit is gonna be a point that is gonna be like, can't do that. This fabrication, this what you're doing, is not gonna pass.
Yeah.
It's not gonna pass because it's like we have so many YouTubers, we have so many people talking about it, and soon like all this stuff from the beginning of the case, those content creators that have picked on the details of foul play, we've been here talking about it. The only one that is going deep into the extra is me because I already have communication. I'm already on record as a tipster. I'm already on record, and again, I believe that what my deposition is not an Ann Taylor's hands yet. I believe
Probably
that
not.
it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things like that they don't want to give to the defense. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but it's like if you hurry up to gonna get these men in Pennsylvania, a whole year went by and you have not no discovery yet. That means that you don't want that sound, that recording from next door that I know is on file.
Yep.
I heard it myself. I know what he said. I heard names. I heard the thumping when the attack started. And right after the attack started, I heard the name. No, Jack.
Exactly.
So the prosecution know this stuff.
Yes.
This is why they're holding on all the evidence, because they have a YouTuber tipster that broke the case down to the T and told you exactly what you didn't do. And the reason why I'm telling you, this is the only suspects. This is the only sole suspects. And it's within. Even I told him, even Steve Goncalves told you that whoever did this is within. Steve Goncalves told you a week after everything happened that you're not gonna tell me that this was a random drive-by from a crazy cuckoo trying to kill people. Because whoever killed my daughter and her friends, they knew them.
Is absolutely knew them. Absolutely.
So people call me crazy or Jrod, you talking all these, like you don't know what you're talking about, this and that. Listen, if I didn't know what I'm talking about, how comes that everything that I've been talking about since I told them that they won, the day that they caught Kohberger, I was here live. I was like, what the fuck y'all doing? I swear. What? Listen, we have Lana Ariani and every other content creator celebrating that he's caught. Everyone in YouTube had a party because Bryan Kohberger was caught while I'm here live. Like, what the fuck y'all doing? I called Moscow PD next day, talk to Captain Dillinger, and it's like, well, what y'all doing? Of course, he cannot tell me the details, but I rebuttal him because I never talked to him before. So whatever I put on the table in my first take, I shorted it, I compress it, but I give him the meats and potatoes or why okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. But I give him the meats and potatoes of my half hour to 45 minutes delivery that first time. But like I knew I have shorter time because I'm talking to a captain. I compress the information to the meats and potatoes. Right. It was like, totally understand your concerns and this and that. We appreciate you for being so passionate about this case and da. Right now, you know, it's a seal and can talk about it and this and that. Oh, sorry. There you go. I don't know what's going on. I know you good. I'm not touching nothing here. I'm sorry. So I did went to the meats and potatoes with the guy. So then when some content creators challenged me on the Grub truck, is no one can challenge me on the Grub truck about Santa being there when her own mother said to me, that's my daughter.
That's her daughter.
But Jrod, I need you to forget about that particular right now. Because this is Kara's talking to me on some other stuff, like on some, this is my daughter, Jrod. I know that's her. I know that's her. That's her voice.
That's her daughter.
She said that's her voice, that's her demeanor, that's her face, that's her hair, that's her clothes. She does have Apple Pay. And she's very generous and friendly that she actually pays for everyone.
Yeah.
Kara told me this, but she told me and she made me promise her that I will stop talking about the Grub truck now that she confirmed that it's her, because then now we got to focus on why the people around her, the people that he was there with her, and the Grub truck didn't say nothing for the government to have a clear timeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because in my homework, Joanne was there. Joanne was on the live stream. Avery was on the live stream. We sat there and we went through the whole footage of the Grub truck. Started at 10 o'clock. We went through the whole footage. Okay. Dylan said that everyone was at the house by 1:45.
Yes, she did.
The girls left the Grub truck. Oops. The girls left the Grub truck by 1:56, 1:58. On the dotted line.
I know.
It broke my heart because I wanted to be wrong about it. As Joanne, I wanted to be so wrong about it. At a dotted line, 1:56, 1:58. Santa which I believe she was with Ethan, with someone that resembled Ethan, but in the same way, it could be someone else that he looks like Ethan.
True.
And that could tell me that if she made a quick run to get some food in the grub truck, probably Ethan stayed somewhere else. If that person that I believe is Ethan is not Ethan, because I still got doubts on that. But again, if Santa was there, that had to be Ethan.
I mean,
It looked like him. It's taller than everyone. I went a face comparison and everything from the older pictures and everything. And for me, even though her mom and dad has not approached me and said, yes, that's my son, but with me having Kara, that's my it's like it's no way around it, Jrod. I told this to Brett Payne. I told him Kara confirmed that that's her daughter. So I believe that y'all gotta have a Apple Pay receipt somewhere. And if you don't, you need to get that. Yeah. You need to get, because again, it was then after I talked to him, it was warrants for Apple, warrants for all these other cell phone stuff, even warrants for bank accounts and stuff like that. But that happened after I talked to Brett Payne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
I know, I mean, as a mother, I can tell you I would know my daughter.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think Joanna agrees with you. Amy agrees with you. I think the ladies will agree with you that a mother would know their daughter's voice. They will know their demeanor. She spoke direct to the camera. She looked at the camera when she spoke at the camera. When she said, "Hi, camera." It broke my heart when her mom told me, "Yeah, it's her. Confirmed. It's her." It hurts me that she probably, I don't know if she's locked up or not still, but it hurts me that she got locked up. And I believe that they could have go the other way with her, but from all the parents, she was the only one that it was talking against the narrative in public and going to Nancy Grace, going to all these other and she was very, very clear. Like, even though they didn't want to hear her, they only have her there for clout.
That made me.
They didn't have her there like for her to say what she wanted to say. Nope. They have her there for clout.
That's it.
Yeah, just show her face. This is Santa's mom. It's on our show. She's saying what she's saying, but then they don't give no credibility to what she's talking about.
No, none.
You know what I mean? That hurt me. She told me she was going to Nancy Grace way before that happened. Jrod, is it a good idea? And I was like, go for it. You have to, because this is big platforms, and the only way you will spread what you think and what you believe is in big platforms. You know, like she always told me, like, Jrod, but I'll go live with you whenever. And I was like, I totally appreciate and I understand that, but at the same time, I'm a small content creator. It'll do you no good. You know, I already, you know, I have a lot of people that, let's say, don't like me. And even though, let's say, if me bringing her to the show, it would be an amazing show, very nice and polite. It would be an amazing show. But at the same time, a lot of people would criticize me and will think that I'm trying to use the mother's victim for clout, for clicks and like, because I'm less than 1,000 subs. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and I understand that feeling, but in the same sense, though, I feel like that individual, whoever it is, you know, they got to start somewhere too. I mean, why not? Why not?
Yeah, you see, I thought about it, but again, that's why I was always encouraging her to go to bigger platforms.
She will go to,
you know, even when when I heard about, the situation with my buddy AR Hayes and stuff, that we already clear out the smoke about that. Big shout out to AR Hayes. That's my guy. I haven't talked to him for a while, but I like to listen to what he got to say. He's very, very knowledgeable in a lot of things. So I believe that he had really something to say. And please, everybody, go and subscribe to him and all that good stuff. And the same with Hollie Martin. Please go and click like, subscribe to Hollie Martin, please.
Thank you.
So I told her, like, I believe that a good platform would be someone like AR Hayes, like someone like higher sub counts than me. I knew that I could have a very good, polite conversation, meats and potato. I know for a fact that I would have opened the Pandora box with her. We both knew. But due to that I'm so into it within the case, I don't want to compromise myself with Moscow PD. I'll be clear. Like, I don't want Moscow PD to think like what's your real intentions.
Right.
Like they we have hard communications. You know what I mean? They already kind of like asked me nicely to take down one video. It was about Olivia Goncalves. I was giving her everything that I got about you, baby. I would like, what? And I was like, who's your baby daddy? Oh yeah, no, they hello. How you doing, Mr. Juan Rodriguez? How you doing? We just want to have a little conversation about a little video. I was like, listen, don't worry about it. I got you. We good. Listen, I want to keep this channel communication going. All right. But at least I hope, like, now that you seeing what I was talking about, hopefully you do something about it. And no, they just acted like they didn't see the video. They told me they took it down, and I did. I'm a nice guy. So I took it down, and yeah, they know I know. They know I know. They know I know. Here's the problem. They know I know. What you think? Listen, since I told them that, what the heck y'all doing? Going grabbing this guy on Pennsylvania, don't have nothing to do with this. I don't know how y'all fabricated this shit. And listen, I'm talking to them like I'm talking to you right now. And it's like, are you serious? It took you a week. It took you a week to clear the same people that I told you need to look into. What are we doing here?
They had Bryan, I believe, in my opinion, that
big shout out to Cindy Howard. Thank you for being here. It's been a long time. Thank you, Cindy. Go ahead, Mama.
Bryan Kohberger's name in November, way in November, like within, I believe within 10 days, they had his name and they were looking at him.
You see, I believe that his name pop up because here's the thing. In the whole every criminal we're gonna go to the footage now. In every criminal investigation, the more people that you have to clear, the longer it's gonna take. You know what I mean? And telling me that you took a week to clear over 40 plus people, that just don't make no sense. I don't see. Again, here's the thing: you have to literally show to Ann Taylor how you got to Kohberger. Okay, if you clear all these people, and we say we got 300 plus witnesses, so she knows more than what we're talking about. So how you clear all these people, you need to show that to Ann Taylor. That's on discovery. Because again, for you to get to Kohberger, again, her whatever y'all gave to her right now as we speak, what she had on her hands, she's asking the state while we here.
Right.
Why can't you give to me the same things that you give to the secret indictment? How come that whatever you use to activate this secret indictment against my client, I don't have that on my desk? I have bits and pieces. I have like
Don't
just
make sense.
throwing the cards in the air and try to put them together. How come that you went so fast and get this guy in Pennsylvania, but then after a whole year, you don't have a whole full case to get him out of here?
Mhm.
Because if you were so fast to go and get him, you have to be so fast to process him and get him out of here. And that means if you're gonna shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head. If that's the guy.
Mhm.
If that's the guy, you have a slam dunk. What you waiting for? Then you're making me think that you don't care about the victims, because then now you have all the priorities instead of give justice to the victims.
So do you think that he made the right decision when, or his attorney did, I guess, when he waived his right to a speedy trial?
They trap him for that. I said it here in Satan since day one. Prosecution play. You remember for the second state, prosecution was we ready to go. We ready to go. We ready
Yes,
to
they
go.
were. Yes, they were.
And Taylor was like, "How you ready to go when I don't have no discovery?"
Right.
And then my collaborator, Speak Van Holden, he said she don't need no discovery to go to preliminary hearing. And I'm like, okay, in some cases, but this is a death penalty case.
Yes, it is.
You want to have all P's and Q's
Yep.
dotted up day one. Because again, I want to give Ann Taylor the benefit of the doubt for one sole reason. One sole reason. Because she's in the belly of the beast. And if she want to move up, she will take down these guys. Because
Yeah.
she knows them. She know how they work. She know the dirty that they have done before. She know what they doing right now is dirty because they playing hardball in court. The judge is being very friendly with Bill Thompson because they buddies. So the judge don't want to tell Bill Thompson a year ago, like, you know, you have 2 days to give me all you got. If not, these men going home. The judge don't have the balls to tell Bill Thompson, you have a week to get me all on my desk so I could give it to the defense. You have a week. If you don't bring me what I need in that week, this man is going home. I can't do nothing for you. But no, he just kind of like acting like, who rights we violating here? Motherfucker Kohberger is right there. What the fuck you talking? Who the fuck you talking to? You all laughing and shit while you saying that. I know you on some bullshit. They probably joking about in the golf club and shit. They in the locker rooms in the golf club and shit, out of the sauna, the jacuzzi, and they're like, you know, they fucked up, right? At least for at least for another year.
They are going to lunch together. They are doing everything together. They are. It's so obvious in this last hearing because you could tell that the judge had already spoken to the DA about certain things. You know, I mean,
And you know what? Now that we're talking about that, and we have actually done a very vast preview of what we're going to talk about, how about we get to the meats and potatoes? I think this is what we came here for.
yes.
Especially careful about, you know, who's going to have the access, what they're going to do. Okay.
Big shout out to John Judge.
Sorry for the delay. We are now on the record. This is State versus Bryan Kohberger, CR 29222805. Mr. Kohberger is here in the courtroom. He is represented by Ms. Taylor and Ms. Nassif. Mr. Hogston is participating through Zoom. The state is represented by Bill Thompson, Ashley Jennings, Jeff Nye, and Ingrid Beatty. The proceedings, I think they are live streaming through the court's YouTube channel. So please do not attempt to record, film, or transmit during the proceedings. Thank you for that. All right, so we have some motions to address today.
Thank you,
And I
Judge.
thought we should first go with the defendant's motion to allow experts and investigators access to view IgG information. If that makes sense, I think also the
Take a
motion
drink.
to clarify sealed order for.
Huh?
I said, take a drink. He said IgG.
He said he's seen the whole IgG. I'll play that again. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that? For the IgG, cheers. You remember that they went into a gated community. They dig into the neighbor's trash can because they seen someone, I think either Kohberger or someone, dumping trash in the neighbor's trash can.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe their trash can was full.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because
It's
Only
possible.
you saying that to kind of like make him look guilty. You put a little seasoning on top. You just off the elbow, a little seasoning off the elbow. And or you just said that to make him look more suspicious. But you go to the neighbor's trash can and you pull no Kohberger's DNA because the guy is a pro. Again, hold on. If you try to show Pullman PD and Moscow PD about modern forensic cloud data, this guy knew about DNA. He was like, "You're not getting my DNA. I don't know what you're talking about. So what make you think that he's gonna go and kill these people and be that dumb?" I'm just trying to someone that can I get a witness? Like,
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
like they make Kohberger sound like he's a crackhead that hit the pipe and he just went crazy with two knives, started or with one knife, or I forgot one knife.
Mm-hmm.
Killed four,
Yeah.
went inside of a house, a random house, just for the thirst of killing.
Yep. He was sexually frustrated.
Yeah. Like you're incel, right? Oh, they pretty, and just because they pretty, you can't have them. You want to kill them. When out there is mad people, is even his co-students, like students that were going to class, the same classes than him. He's on record. He's a witness of him saying that Kohberger used to literally brag about how much female attention he get wherever he go. Is a witness out there that said that actually we don't even need him. We don't even need the warm body of that guy in court, because we just got to pull the recording of the news or the new telecast when that guy said, well, Bryan Kohberger is something particular about him. He used to brag all the time how easy it was for him to get females. That bust everyone's narrative. And they after that came out. Oh, everybody acted like they didn't see that new telecast. They didn't see that. No, they didn't see that. They keep acting like he's some kind of incel crackhead that went wild one night and threw everything that he had worked for. Listen, hold on. You went how many? You have a master non-criminology, because a lot of people I don't get why they get his record, his degree record all fucked up. He had a degree in psychology. He had a master's in criminal justice, no criminology. He had a degree in criminology, but his master was on criminal justice.
Exactly.
And you're gonna tell me that you're gonna work that hard after an alleged drug issue when you was young? So you're gonna tell me you beat the hopefully when you wasn't alleged drugs when you was young, you don't have nothing on record. The only thing you have on record that Pennsylvania looked into was a call to 911 that he did to the Rangers to get him out of the park, because he was running around the park and the Rangers closed the gate and he was locked up inside the park. So he called 911 and they sent the Rangers to open the gates. No other police contact on his record on all 3 counties surrounding his own county. No police contact nowhere.
Yeah.
When the reporters try to talk about Kohberger's record, they say, I look into his record and he don't have nothing on record. The cops say, oh, I don't want to enter in details about that. I have the video. I put it out there for everybody to see. How in the heck you gonna go so hard on someone that have never had police contact, has a clean record, and have all these legal justice stuff because he wanted to be, I guess, a CEO, you know, we call it like a prison guard, or he wanted to be in the FBI, or he wanted to be law enforcement, like he wanted to be in high levels of law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna throw everything away just because he went crazy one night. Yeah, I really wanted me to believe that he just threw everything, like he beat the drugs habits, the apparent drugs habit when he was young. So he beat the odds. And after he beat the odds and worked so hard to get to where he was at the age of 28, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So he's gonna work hard all his 20s to throw it away? For what?
Yes.
For what? Make that make sense. Anyone.
It doesn't.
And
It
listen,
doesn't.
if you ask me, the only thing that I want here is justice for the victims, because the longer that they keep playing with Kohberger, the longer it's gonna take for justice to come in fruition. How the court is gonna worry about the education system and their students when they have to worry about the victims? How can you destroy a crime scene just because you worrying about the living? What about the dead?
Yep.
Listen, if I was the parent, what's up, Noel? Thank you for being here. If I was, listen, I couldn't be the parent of one of these victims.
Mm-mm.
They would have to arrest me.
I can't. I was shocked
Listen,
when they tore that home down.
I will be, while through the investigation, I will sleep at the PD. I will sleep on the waiting room on the PD. And no one's going to get me out of there because I want to know everything that is coming.
Yeah.
And by the time they're done with the investigation, oh, I'll be in Bill Thompson's office.
Exactly.
Every single day. And if I'm not coming, I'm calling you. And if I'm not calling you, I'm emailing you. Oh, you gonna get tired of me. You're gonna want to lock me up because I'll be so up you hiney.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea the type of man that I could be if one of my loved ones died by the hands of anyone. I don't care who you are. I track you down. I'll do it myself. That's why for me, I'm worried about one of the parents of the victims. I'm worried about one. And I know he put it, him. If his daughter don't get justice, he's gonna look for justice himself. I'm telling you right now. And I know for a fact that he know who did it. He just going with the narrative. Because he want to be so wrong and he don't want to believe that that one person did it because that's so close to him, a beloved. He don't want to believe that. He don't want to believe that. Listen, he looked at him on a celebration of light. Get the fuck away from my wife.
Mm-hmm.
He put the arms around his wife, and Steve Goncalves look at him like, get your hands off my wife. But he giving the nasty look. And don't tell me you're gonna give that nasty look to someone that you think is innocent.
Yeah.
You at least throw in the back of your head that he did it. When you said that whoever killed your daughter, they knew her. You knew who he was talking about.
Yeah.
When he talks about Kohberger, He's talking about the person that he know who did it. Because when he said that this guy was jealous of the relationship between her and Maddie, that told me who did it. Because there's only one person that could be jealous of their relationship.
Ho!
Don't forget that she broke up with him for no reason. What happened when a female that you love a lot break up with you?
Yeah.
For no reason. Her mom said she was just being a diva.
Wow.
She didn't give him no reason at all. What about he found out the reason why she left him? What about she told him himself before she was going to Texas the reason why she left him? And that's what she told Adam. We don't know. We don't know what you told Adam. Maddie said, Kiely, what you told Adam? I told him everything. And what Showwalker said, you know they're going to get you for that, right? But the people that you said they is you own guys.
Exactly.
And then what happened right after? Maddie left her own boyfriend and got in the car with someone else and left him behind.
Yep.
When he's a fucking psycho. Everyone knows how cuckoo Showwalker is. I got to know what was he rep in the college. Cuckoo. So don't you think that a cuckoo see his girlfriend that is tipsy living in another car that he don't know with another man and her girlfriend, while you think that you probably get a little something that night because she's tipsy?
I never even thought about the jealousy of the other girlfriend, the best friend.
Oh no!
So common.
And remember
so
that
common.
You remember that she was going to Texas. Their kid was Murphy.
Yeah.
You know they had to be a battle about it.
Yes, there was.
You know that before. You know that she. You know that she slept with Murphy.
Yes.
So Murphy was in the room. She was in Maddie's room because she took everything out of her room. She took a U-Haul, everything out of her room. All her belongings was out the apartment. She was just there for a day. Actually, I heard that she was supposed to be there just for a few hours, show the vehicle, and get back home, because she only want to show the vehicle and get back home. And for some apparently reason, she stayed. So somebody convinced her to stay.
Yes.
We just don't know if he was Maddie. We just don't know if he was Dylan. We just don't know who was. But somebody convinced her to stay when she was just going for a little bit, go in and out, show her the vehicle, because that's what her parents said. She just went there to show the vehicle, and that's it. And then for some apparently reason, she stayed. I don't know if it was because she decided to drink a little bit and not drink and drive and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because again, she was not on her vehicle.
Right.
She was just walking out there without her vehicle. So obviously she knew that she was about to be drinking and partying a little bit. So she didn't want to catch a DUI before she knew she does her new move to Texas. Oh, now you leaving? Oh, now you tell me why you left me and you going to Texas and you taking my dog? And we don't know how bad it was, that secret.
No, we don't.
She was getting a little chubby. We don't know if she was pregnant. She would listen. I seen her pictures on IG. She's skinny. Natural. She's skinny. By the time she died, she was overweight. She had a baby gut, and she was hiding it with her clothes.
I will say I did notice that, but I didn't know if that was just something that I mean, I will.
She's like this, no gut,
yeah,
flat, like she's skinny, like no skinny, no body, but skinny. We're talking about model flat. By the time she died, she was her. You know when females get pregnant, you know the arms right here, the arms get thicker. I've seen that.
Oh.
We don't know what kind of secret it was given to Adam. all this stuff that I'm telling you, Moscow PD knows. They know. Everything that I'm saying in YouTube, Moscow PD knows. I have not said anything in YouTube that I have not shared with Moscow PD. They know. All these motives is more motive in the inner circle. The haters that they have within the inner circle. Ethan had a fight with Loach and the fraternity. So if you ask me, Showalter had an excuse to kill Maddie because we don't know what kind of substances he had on his body that day, how drunk he was or whatnot. We didn't see him no tipsy. It seems like he was very not drunk. Like, I don't know, in the way that I seen his body movement and stuff like that.
He did not appear to be under influence.
He was more like into a mission than he was more into the mission mode than on any influence of anything. Because you could tell his demeanor, he had something in head already. Because he was acting like with that tough shit until the fat guy checked him. Because he was like looking mean, and he was like he was like on that you know, hooded up, the tough guy, until the fat guy started talking to him, and he loose up. Then he loose up and started talking to him. But when he started talking with the fat guy, it was when Ethan was right behind him, and Ethan brushed him from behind, like, bitch, I'm here. It was something there. It was something there. The guy that it was with Ethan, when they all came into the picture, the guy with the cap and the jersey, he stayed behind, right behind Showalter, just looking at him on the dark. He stayed right behind Showalter. So I knew they could be the chance that Kiely, knowing that something was about to pop up due to whatever she told these people, she was looking very uncomfortable having Showalter there. Because again, the people that she said that they could get you is his people, is his boys. So Kiely, due to that she's true crime smart, it's like, dude, you just tell me that they're gonna get me for this, so that tells me that you are gonna get us, because they all the same gang. It's the same friends. So when Maddie left her boyfriend while she's drunk and the influence, she got in the car with a total stranger, with her best friend, laughed at him and left him behind, left him walking. A crazy cuckoo dude like him, or oh, flip the fuck out.
Yes.
And he even did like this, like he even put his hand like, what the fuck they doing?
Yep, he did.
And then he walked away pissed off, because you could tell the walk that he had, he was pissed off, like he tried to get somewhere.
He was pissed.
Cut to the left, and everything else was a story. I believe that he could have got picked up, because remember, when he was waiting, like when the girls were ordering, he was behind them and he was on his phone. He was on his phone. And as soon as he looked at his phone, he looked back, like somebody was watching them.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I pay attention. He looked at his phone, his face lit up when he turned on the phone. He seen whatever he seen, and then he looked back. And I believe that could be someone telling you, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Or somebody tell you, look back.
Oh, yeah.
And he did like this. He did like this right after he seen his phone. He looked like this, like to see whatever was at the other side, behind him, outside of the picture frame. And then he just put his phone back and keep on doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
So
because I believe he's the type that would be one that would not be, he'd be more of a lookout type. He seems like he was involved in it, but he was definitely more of a
listen, I believe that they would, if anyone was about to take this girl's life, it would be their own boyfriend and ex-boyfriend. They wouldn't let no one to have what they call the pleasure to do it.
Yeah, true.
Because they have so much anger, and like JD has so much anger on Kiely. Now we having a show walker pissed off because his girl left him behind while she's drunk and got in someone's car with her girlfriend. So he don't know what the fuck they about to do.
Mm-hmm.
You thinking the worst. You think like she's about to cheat on me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a guy unbalanced like him, like I know he is. It would think a whole bunch of shit and go haywire. Oh yeah, you gonna do this shit to me? Watch what I do to you. And if Ethan pissed up Loach, because Loach got beat up for what I heard, because Ethan is pretty big. Loach got beat up by Ethan. Ethan and Santa was never at home eating pizza. That story that the dad and the sister brought to the show, Kara said, I don't know for where that come from. Because Santa called me right after the fight. And that was around 1 something. You understand me? Like this is stuff that I know that all these other content creators don't know. And when I talk about it, it's so far-fetched for them. It's like, oh, but I can't, I can't, like how he know that? Like what you mean? I'm getting to the shit. I'm not here for the shit that you on here. I'm not here for the clicks and likes. I'm not even here for people to like me. And I appreciate everyone that likes what I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they hear all this stuff. And it's like, how he dared to say this stuff and try to get these young college kids involved in something that they don't have nothing to do with. It's the reason why they got clear and da. Yeah. Where's the paperwork of the investigation? Where's their cell phone data? Where's all this information that he needs to get to Ann Taylor's hands?
That somebody is going, I don't know what they're going to do, but they've got to come up with something. And I think they're running backwards. They don't know what to do. I really don't.
So let's listen to the court session, because I don't want to have you here as too long. You know what I mean? You're welcome to be here the whole live stream. Because listen, I'm very excited and enjoying your company. But at the same time, I recognize that it's a little late. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning here. I don't know what time it is. Where you at?
Yeah, I turned into a pumpkin about 8 minutes ago.
Okay. So let's listen. Just how about if we just listen a little bit of the beginning of the session?
Okay.
We break down the little bit beginning of the session. Let's say 10 minutes or whatever they're talking about, and we could call that far as the main topic. We could call it off, and we could get back into it if you want. I believe that you send me an invitation to go to your platform. Just give me the day and time, and we could actually, if you want, we could pick up wherever we left here.
That would be amazing.
Or whatever you want to do. Listen, I'm ready to work.
That's what I would want to do.
I appreciate you. So let's just listen a little bit for the very beginning of the session. We're not gonna go into the whole session. We're just gonna go to the first minutes of it, just to get a feel of the demeanors on the room. And then we could leave it there for now, and then we could finish it in your platform. And I think that'll be a great take for everyone to enjoy.
Questions to address.
Thank you, Hollie.
Today, and I thought we should first go with the defendant's motion to allow experts and investigators access to view IGG information. If that makes sense. I think
cheers.
Also the motion to clarify sealed order for disclosure of IGG and merges into that. So go ahead, Ms. Taylor.
Thank you. You're reading the state's response. I think the state has no objection to the 3 named experts having access to the sealed IGG materials or the materials subject to protective order. So I think what we're really talking about is our investigative team for Bryan's case to have access to the IGG materials.
So that means that she already had previous conversations with Bill Thompson about it, and they cool with that. So you see, they talking behind closed doors. They just listen. What we gonna do here?
That was yesterday's lunch.
Yeah, because she admitted they exposed that they were. Big shout out to Frankie Frankenstein. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. what was that?
That she,
So they don't have no problems with the people from the defense teams that is gonna take a look at this, but then they make a big deal about they want their names stated on the affidavit when she clearly will gonna say in a little bit that this is her staff has done this many times, and it has not been no reason for their name to appear in any court paperwork. And they have done this for years. And I don't get why is that the blockages from the prosecution, like, oh, you have to have their names on it. And we need to know the reasons why. And if they're gonna talk to anyone with the IGG, you need to tell us who you're gonna talk to, and then we have to give you the okay for you to talk to them. How and why?
And the state has objected to that. They've objected in part because they are not named in our motion. So I want to address that first. Your Honor, they are not named, and I can name them, that's not a problem. But the reason I didn't is based on consistency. These same investigators have had access to the grand jury materials to assist us in the case. They've had access to other things subject to protective order, and they're not named in those. They have access, there's three items subject to other protective order, and that's medical information from hospitals, that's University of Idaho records, and most recently, police procedures. They haven't been required to.
Police procedures. You see what I was telling you? You clear all these people in 1 week. Now you need to get me the same work that you put up for Kohberger. You have to give me the same work for everybody. Exactly. You have to give me the same work for these other 2-3 DNAs that you found in the locality. And if we don't have that, how you got to Kohberger? Because again, for them to get to Kohberger has to be through the inner circle. It's the only way that you could get to any killer. You have to trace the inner circle. The inner circle will give you whoever it was or whoever could be. Without the inner circle information, you don't get nowhere.
Yeah.
So if you clear all these people, and right after you clear all these people, you will still hit in a Stonewall, how you got to Kohberger? Please.
That's all we want to know.
I just want to know.
Be named and orders in any of those. And so for consistency, I did the same thing. But we can name them if that is a sticking point. I would note that the members of the FBI that did the analysis are not named in the materials either.
So you're gonna tell me, okay, you want all my people to be in documents, but then of the cast, people from the FBI, everything from everyone, what Brett Payne's name is not on this affidavit. We need everyone's name that he was involved in this investigation. We want them on record. Okay, you want to play hardball? You better have those names when I get them. Yeah. Oh no, she's. This is why I give her respect. Yeah. And I still believe in Ann Taylor. It's all the content creator that had literally putting her on the hot seat. But they need to understand that she could only do in work with what the prosecution is giving to her. The only way that she could be ready is with whatever the prosecution bring to the table. She cannot, if it was any other type of case, we could flex it here and there. But for a death penalty where you trying to take the life of someone, as fast as you went to get him, as fast as you will want to kill him, if this is the guy. If you went to Pennsylvania and get him to give him a DP, that means that you have what you need to kill this guy. Why you don't want to kill him right away if he's guilty?
Exactly.
Why you don't want to look good in front of the community and in front of the whole world in the same way you was fast to get him and appease the community? How about you process him? So either you're gonna shoot him or either he's gonna be for life in prison. Fast.
Exactly.
Okay, in common sense, you will not care about nothing but to give justice to these victims. We cannot be thinking about the education system. We cannot think about the students' schedule. We cannot think about trying to do this in the summer because they're gonna interfere with the students because we are in front of a high school. Who cares?
You're right. You're right.
So the prosecution is giving all these excuses to not give the discovery, to not have the defense ready. And you're gonna postpone this and gonna play your dirty tricks in court until when? Because the only one that it could shut that shit down is judge. The judge has to listen. We've been so long with this case. It's no excuse for the is no excuse for the prosecution to have everything the defense need to be ready to cook this guy. If you had him, you cook him. Don't play with your food. My mama always told me, do not play with your food.
Nope.
So why are you gonna play with Kohberger when that's your food? If that's your food and he's guilty, eat him.
Yep. Show us the proof.
What you gonna have him on jail for what? Because if you went and got him, you want to cook him. Why after a whole year is no whole full thing to let's go? Prosecution will say on that second stay, let's go. I'm ready. And Taylor look at him like, how
were ready
when I'm not ready.
Yep. They were all set to go.
And what happened? And what happened when the judge denied the stay? Oh, we ain't ready.
Yep.
We ain't ready. It was some evidence that we were supposed to get today to give to the, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the cash. I don't know, Judge, because this is literally what Bill Thompson said. I don't know. If a prosecutor tell the judge, I don't know, when the judge is telling you where's the evidence, why the judge didn't put a deadline right there and then? If you don't know, well, guess what? I'm gonna make you know, because you're the one. If we listen, we have a man in jail. If you got him, you got him. If not, let him go. Because guess what? The longest that you playing with your food, the longest we get to the bottom of this, and we need justice for the victims. What we doing this? What was more important than justice for the victims? I don't get that.
I don't either.
Your Honor, the reason why our investigators are important to have access to the IGG materials is because of the kind of case this is and the kind of investigation that we're required to launch in the case.
You know what's going on with the IGG? The IGG takes months.
Yeah. But they got it in days.
So you're gonna tell me you go to Pennsylvania in 2 weeks, 3 weeks period, 2 to 3 weeks period. You went, these civilians grab something from the trash can, end up being Kohberger's dad's DNA 100 to 100. How you got to Kohberger? How? Because if, like you say, whatever was in the button of the sheath hit, and this is their words, hit 100 to 100 Kohberger's dad. But they couldn't make sense on Kohberger's dad being the killer.
Right.
Because he got a mad alibi. But you trick the IGG to come back in 3 to 4 days to arrest this guy. You blow up all the basement windows to come and get this guy. And the cops said it's on footage. So the cops, meanwhile, everybody was saying it's no footage of his arrest. The same
I
cops
haven't
that
seen-
got him said there is footage of everything.
Really?
It's I got it's on my catalog of videos. It's on hold on, let me let's show you real quick. Hold on. I'll show you real quick. Let me go to my channel. So at least I'm gonna show you the videos it is, and then you could look at them later on. It's on this series right here. Right here. And these 4 videos,
Okay.
this is the people that went and got them.
Okay.
So all these 4 videos is about the Pennsylvania situation and what they needed to do to actually, by law, send him back to Idaho with the extradition.
Mhm.
But they skipped legal steps that they needed to go through the governor's office when the governor needed to do a governor's warrant and rearrest him. And that was only after the governor's council make sure that Idaho had what they needed to get this man. But Idaho don't show nothing until the body is on Idaho. And then Pennsylvania, listen, they couldn't tell them, like, listen, that's you in Idaho, right? That's you in Idaho. You are in Pennsylvania. So you're gonna obey. If you want this man that is here where we at, you're gonna obey our rules and regulations. You have to open up the books for us to make sure that you have the right guy. Because if us believe that governor's council, there is no merits to come and take this guy with no record and take him back for something that he literally in this paperwork, you're not showing me nothing. Because the same things that they went and get him in Pennsylvania was the same things that they had while he was in Pullman.
Right.
They utilized him going in vacation to Pennsylvania to make the judge think, with his buddies, that he's running away from this nothing that they have.
Exactly.
When you have him for a
Exactly.
whole month and you didn't have nothing, but then soon as he left, you have something. And you said that he's running away from this nothing.
Wow.
So if you push a faulty probable cause, a bogus probable cause, you still have a probable cause in your hand.
Mhm.
So then when it goes in Pennsylvania, so whoever look at, because the only person that put the search warrants in Pennsylvania, it was the local county guy. It was not even the governor's office. When it's extradition material, when it's extradition cases, they all have to go through the governor's office. And that did not occur.
Wow.
They chip him back. It don't matter if he denied the extradition hearing, the governor's office still needed to do their process to make sure that whoever's saying that this guy did what he did, they needed to make sure that the probable cause that they have, it was legit. They needed to open the books on Pennsylvania in private for Pennsylvania, the governor's counselor, then examine all the paperwork, and if he's merits on whatever they talking about, then the governor sends a governor warrant to rearrest Kohberger while he's in custody, and then in some hearings that are gonna occur, it don't matter if he's keeping the right to extradition process. That's to happen. It don't matter if he give up his right. That didn't happen. So if you take a look to these videos, I think you're gonna find them very, very interesting. And what I was talking about,
Well,
because again, I seen a legal loophole, the antelope cool, because he's like, if you don't follow the law to get him here, get him out.
Exactly.
It's like is the extradition process, it was bogus. He cannot be here facing court here when the extradition process, it was bogus. Oh, listen, I left Aunt Taylor's assistants like 2 messages. I'm just waiting for them to get back at me, and I'm following up on that. Yeah, until I literally talk with Ann Taylor personally over the phone, and then after I'm done with her, I'm trying to talk to I'm calling Layton County to try to have a conversation with the judge. Yeah, I have conversation all the time with the judge here locally. Like I just gotta call the clerk and be like, can you make me an appointment with the judge? I just need to have a conversation with him. This is the reason why, and da 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 da. Hopefully he take me in consideration for a conversation. 9 times out of 10, the judge would do that, especially if it has to do with a criminal case. They are very interested.
Huh.
And especially if I tell him, oh, I'm one of the tipsters, I need to talk to you. And I'm on record. I'm on record. So if you hear that one of the tipsters from this case want to talk to the judge won't go and want to talk to you. Because you're already on record about this case. I'm on record. It's nothing that no one could take from me about this case. Because I'm on record. So at some point, I have to talk to these people. Because either or, let's say Ann Taylor still don't have the discovery, they will give her the rest of the tips and stuff like that, and then she hear my deposition to the cops, and this is what's going on, and da 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 da, and she hear that. It's like, how come that you got a tipster telling you, and he's a content creator, and he obviously have done work on this case, and he telling you all these common sense stuff that you were supposed to do and you didn't do. How we here when you have people telling you that what you're doing is wrong?
God.
Yeah,
have to have
that's the difference between me and other content creators. Because me, I went hands and feet. I went hands and feet. The same thing I did with the Kiely Rodni case, I did it with this case. I didn't want to come here and sit down and talk to people if I wasn't involved. Far as the investigation process, me as an internet sleuther, I just wanted to make sure that whatever I could put to the table to help the victims, whatever I know, they know. And everything that I say here in YouTube, even though people think that it's reckless, this is the same thing that the Moscow PD knows. What you mean?
Investigators on a death penalty case, and we have them. These materials or these items in the IGG binder, those are things that we may end up filing motions in court for. In order to prepare for those, we rely on our investigators to help us with side tasks, with big tasks, with all of the tasks. We would need to utilize our experts. If our investigators can't have access to the materials, they'll have to be shut out of those meetings with those experts, and they'll have to be shut out of court proceedings that we might launch related to those materials.
Which I think that's exactly what the prosecution want. They don't want those people in there because they're gonna break the IGG down. Listen, if Kohberger that hit 100 to 100 to whatever you said was in the night shift, what was the DNA link besides being his son? But you have to have, if he hit 100 to 100 to Kohberger's dad, how can you make it into being Kohberger when you said yourself it hit 100 to 100 Kohberger's dad? That's on the news stations. That's everybody put that out there, 100 to 100. So how you have Kohberger? What you did with the DNA to make Kohberger? Because if it hit 100 to 100 Kohberger's dad, how you have Kohberger? Because you said 100 to 100 Kohberger's dad, but you cannot lock up Kohberger's dad. So then now you got to make it into something. So how Kohberger's dad's DNA got to that night shift?
Yeah.
I just want someone with common sense to explain to me whatever I know.
I know. And they don't have Kohberger's, nothing of Kohberger's DNA.
No DNA in the car, no DNA on his apartment, no DNA on his office, no transfer DNA nowhere. And you know, if someone cleaned their car, try to hide DNA evidence, it will show a DNA mixture with the chemical that it was trying to be cleaned of. The DNA will still be there, but it's gonna be tempered. It's not 100% gone when you bleach it, because if you bleach it now, that rug is gonna lose the color. Like, why they think that the people in 2024 are stupid? Did you just gonna say whatever narrative comes out of your mouth, and we're gonna be like, yeah, I know, I believe that he guilty? People be saying like, oh, he wrapped up, he bubble wrap his seats.
No.
People saying that he wrapped up on plastic. Listen, he take a whole day just to plastify his whole inside of the car, which the people passing by the parking lot would not see. The people around the parking lot would walk by his car and gonna see all plastify inside. They're gonna be like, oh, that's cool. He just don't want to sweat the seats. Oh yeah, because he's a runner. He don't want to sweat the seats. Make that make sense for all the people that he said, oh yeah, he cleaned his car wheeling deep. He was using bleach. Also, that means that the inside of his car is all decolored.
Exactly.
And you will still find DNA
Mm-hmm.
with the intent of tempering it.
Mm-hmm.
Why you think that they clean up a little bit in the house? Because he's some content creator, big content creator, say like, well, I don't think that they cleaned up. What you think they're gonna be doing for 8 hours? Singing Kumbaya, smoking the doobie while you see a whole bunch of people dead? No.
God, I don't know. I didn't want.
No, you cleaning. You listen. God forbid they were moving bodies and shit with the inside of the house. Then clean after it a little bit. You know what I mean? Listen, they have to pass the black light to find that footprint of a van shoe right in front of Dylan's door, facing her door. When she have a whole collection of vans.
Yes, she did.
Bethany has a collection of vans. Did Kohberger have vans? Did that shoe print? It was as big of Kohberger's foot with 6 foot something. Come on, man! You have to pass the black light to find the footprint. They clean. Why big content creator? Even content creators that I like, they piss me off sometimes. They know. I don't leave them no comments, but they know when they piss me off because I don't share this shit. listen. I know I got one of my buddies that I appreciate him so much. I'm not gonna mention his name to keep it clean. But he said like, oh, I don't believe that they clean. I don't not believe that they have no type. So okay, so if they didn't have no type of cleaning, how in the heck they have to pass the black light to find the footprint? Just make it make sense. I just want people to make sense when they talk their shit. I don't care if you have 500 subs. I don't care if you have 100,000 subs. When you speak what you speak, we are looking at you, what you're saying. Make it make sense. But they said no, it's no evidence that they clean. No, yeah, the evidence is that they have to pass the black light to find the shoe print. Yeah, they clean. They did. And then how comes that he went 100 to 100 to Bryan Kohberger's dad, and then how you make it into Kohberger, and then that took like what, 3 to 4 days?
Yep.
To make all that IGG transform from Kohberger's dad to be Kohberger. 3 to 4 days, that was the comeback for them to come and arrest him.
Impossible.
And then the laboratory that they said that they sent that shit in Texas, Spickman Holding, which he's from Texas, he told me that that's a shady lab. It doesn't even have like a existence.
I've been
Like I know someone that went to track the alleged address, and they were nowhere to be found after the case. Like, so we could tell that it's something shady there with this laboratory for you to make a comeback in 4 to 5 days and leave probably less than that. Oh yeah, we just got it. Yeah, it is. That's him.
Yeah. No.
Your Honor, to meet our constitutional duties. In
Constitutional
Bryan's case,
duties.
his rights to have effective assistance of counsel, to have a full investigation, to have a fair trial, we have to have investigators. Those investigators are on board and have been on board, and they help us understand things that are given to us by the state. They help us find witnesses, they help us find experts, and they're necessary to be part of the conversation of what the IGG materials are and what they mean. This matters in figuring out how Mr. Kohberger ends up on the police radar and subject to these proceedings here. I know we've talked about this before, and I still don't have all of those answers. I believe today, with our experts getting access, we're going to make some headway with that, but we also need our investigators to be part of those discussions as well.
Because listen, you know the comments out there about Kohberger's sister giving him away.
Yeah.
Why she have to give away when she don't know nothing?
Exactly.
Just because your brother came from where he came from, and you thinking that he acting weird. Even though if you tell the cops that you know he did it, they still have to do their homework on the shit that you talk about.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. And they have to show their work.
You got to show the work. This is why Ann Taylor is hitting on the IGG, because even though they say they're not going to use the IGG on trial, but I believe they use the IGG on a secret indictment, because they really didn't have nothing. They didn't have no cast. They didn't have no cast for the secret indictment, which they still don't have cast of this day today. All the pictures or videos that they have is not concrete that could be Kohberger. Jack Decor has a white Elantra too. Oh, his dad's name. I do my homework. I'm sick though. I'm sick. So on all the videos that they see a white Elantra with no license plate in the front, they cannot confirm that that's Kohberger. Obviously, listen, if you have this man license plate and all this other stuff, that still don't tell you that he killed these people. You know what people?
No.
You know what people not thinking about? The first charge way before the murderers, the felony burglary. That's the first charge that you have to prove way before you prove that he killed them. Because if you can't prove that Kohberger entered that residence, it don't matter whatever DNA you say is in there. If you can't prove that he entered that residence, you cannot prove the felony burglary. So if you can't prove the felony burglary, you cannot prove that he killed these people. So they have a bigger task.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, they have a bigger task than thinking about proving that he killed them, when the first charge is a felony burglary, that if you don't prove that felony burglary, you don't have a case. You have to prove that he entered the residence. How are you going to prove that? How are you going to prove that that was him entering that residence?
That has always bothered me, that charge. I have never understood how they're going to get from that to murder. And then you have 4 murder ones. So you're telling the whole public that all 4 victims were the target. 4 murder ones, 4 targets. That's what you're telling us when you do 4 murder ones, that you're telling us that they were the sole targets of this massacre. You don't have 2 targets and collateral damage. You don't have 1 target and 3 collateral damage. You have 4 people that died because all 4 were the target of these individuals. How are you going to prove that? Now you got to prove that Kohberger had attached to all the victims. Yeah. And he had a reason
to kill all of them. How you gonna explain that when he's
Yep.
not even connection to the guy?
Yep.
They listen,
Right.
the prosecution, this is why they don't want to give what they got, because they know for a fact that for 4 murder ones, okay, you have four targets. Now you have to prove that they were all Kohberger's targets and the reasons why. Now, how you gonna connect them with that, and how you gonna prove that he entered the residence? Because again, and I repeat to everyone that they just don't want to listen. For you to prove that this guy killed these people, first you have to prove that he entered the residence and that he commit the felony burglary. Because in the only way he got to the killing, it was through the felony burglary. So if you can prove he entered the residence and how he entered it and when he entered it, you don't have no case.
I wondered and wondered and wondered about that charge. And I've heard nobody explain that out.
Because nobody's Jrod on point.
All right. Well, darling, thank you so much for letting
Hollie,
me be here.
thank you.
Much. And don't forget where we're at.
Yes. IGG,
And-
we literally just went through the IGG stuff, that if you want to do shears, we start with the IGG again. I don't have no problem with that. But again,
Okay.
hopefully you have, you, if you want to rewatch this live stream to make sure that we all know where to go, where to take it on your live stream, that'll be great. I will do the same to make sure I take my notes and remind us what
Okay.
we're talking about and stuff like that. But Hollie, I'm so honored having you here today. You don't have no
Thank
idea how much I
you.
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
so
the community
much.
appreciate you, because let me tell you, all the ladies here, they all watch you. And I know, because
Oh,
I seen Amy on your live streams and stuff like that. Amy told me she watched your show. Actually, she didn't know that I used to watch that I watch you and I'm subscribed, and she recommended you to me. So I was like, girl, I'm already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
But we all appreciate you, Hollie. And again, just
thank
give
all
me a
you
time
guys.
of day and I'll be there with you.
Okay. All right, my man. I'm looking at probably Thursday, so.
I'm ready.
Okay?
I'm
All
ready.
right.
Guys, a
Thank you,
round of
darling.
applause for Hollie Martin, please. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Have a good night. Guys, a round of applause to Hollie Martin, please. I wish I had the sound effects so we could give her a proper farewell on the live stream. But yes, she did amazing. I appreciate her so much, guys. It's a blessing for us to have her here with us today. Actually, you know what though? I'm gonna tell you the truth. This live stream has been so beautiful and so great. I don't think that we should ruin this great live stream with what I was about to talk about. So I'm just gonna make sure that I'm gonna change the title. It's gonna be Idaho for Bryan Kohberger. And then we leave the content creators fully exposed as liars for some other day. Because I believe that this live stream deserves justice. And due to that, we had the honor of having Hollie with us today. I think we should honor that. And we should leave this live stream with this potency and this pureness of great conversation, of great vibe and great takes within the Idaho folk case. We're gonna pick it up right back where we left off on her live stream. It's gonna be soon. I'm gonna let y'all know the details of everything we're gonna be talking about, the day and everything's gonna be on her live stream. I wanna give you her link real quick, so everybody please go and subscribe to her. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I wanna make sure that I leave her the link for her channel. I want to make sure that I leave it on the chat room, okay? Guys, please. That's the link to go and subscribe to Original Miss Martin. Please make sure y'all go and give her a subscription, give her a like, give her a share. She will appreciate very dearly. I want to show y'all this is her channel. Please make sure that y'all go to Let's Talk with Hollie Martin, please. And I appreciate y'all so much. She's amazing. It's great conversations to have. And I'll be honored to go to her show and have another great conversation again. She's amazing. She's a great spoke lady. She's very nice and polite, and she's very classy lady. So we honored to have her here with us today. And again, it has been such an amazing and beautiful live stream that I don't think that we need to say anymore. I don't think that what I was about to do and have conversations about, yes, Rock Chalk. I feel in the same way you feel, Rock Chalk. I want to make sure that Cindy Abbott, Noel, Rock Chalk, Amy Conway, all the ladies that was here. I wanna make sure that y'all know how much I appreciate y'all. Yo, Wham in the building, Rock Chalk, Cindy, Amy, yeah, and Noel, and all the ladies that was here in the show. I want to make sure that thank Hollie Martin for being here with us and welcome her to our family. And it's gonna be more content that hopefully we're gonna work together. As y'all heard, we're gonna be live. I think she said next Thursday. But whenever that is, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna post it in the community post so everyone knows about it. Okay. Thank you so much for all y'all ladies, the sisters of this channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Y'all really, y'all are the reason why we're here. We're working for the victims, for the real victims, and we're working for loyal subscribers, moderators, people that appreciate our content, people that comes here. And even though if they don't agree with us, they could actually have a conversation with us. You know, again, my conversations are tough conversations and will shake your bones. But if you're a grown adult with an open mind and you don't prejudge, I believe that me and you could have a great conversation. But again, I want to appreciate so much to Hollie Martin to be here with us, all the ladies, moderators, subscribers, all of y'all know that y'all all are in my heart, and I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for all of y'all, everything that y'all doing. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I want to make sure that I don't miss no comments. Want to make sure that all the ladies are happy today. Hopefully all the ladies are in great vibes, which I see y'all in the chat doing amazing. This chat is great. Ladies, y'all are the reason why this chat is so great. Y'all the reason why this chat is great. Believe me, I know anyone could come here to this live stream, to this chat, and if they really have a serious take, if they really don't want to come here to troll and try to be hideous, and they really want to have a conversation about what they believe, they could come here and express themselves in the best way possible without being assholes. Y'all know me. I don't block people for honest criticism. But if you're another content creator, try to tell me what to do with my shit, I'm gonna block the fuck out of y'all. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You could be my boy for years and years and years. As soon as you cross the line, I don't give a F about who you are. I'm blocking you. I don't need you. I don't need to hear what you think. I don't watch your shows. I could care less about your shows. And it don't matter how many subscribers you have, you don't know what I know. So and you are not connected as I am. And you are not telling the truth because you lying. You ain't doing none of that stuff. You only get the good stuff here in Jrod on Point. We the super celebrity moderators and subscribers in this community. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, our subscribers and moderators and everyone in our community are the best in true crime. The best. The best. Everyone that you see in this chat room, the best in true crime. They will break down cases. I think sometimes better than me. Because sometimes I sit here and I listen to what Joanne has to say, and I'm like, girl, you're doing some homework. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm honored to have you. I'm honored to have all of y'all here. Honor. And I thank y'all so much for always giving me the benefit of the doubt, even when we go at it, we other content creators and stuff. That I know for a fact that y'all know me. Y'all know my demeanor. Y'all know what I bring to the table. I'm not here just to talk true crime and shut off the camera and just forget about it, get the clicks and like. No, I'm really going into the beans, rice and rice and beans and meats and potatoes. That's what I'm calling rice and beans and rice and beans and meats and potatoes. That's what I do. I'm not coming here to tell you things that you probably want to hear and try to satisfy you. No, I'm telling you exactly my homework. And again, you don't see me here breaking down paperwork because the paperwork could hold anything you write upon it. So if the information on the paperwork is fabricated, it's just created and don't have no base and fundament, what you're sharing with the people is a whole bunch of poop. But you want to make yourself like oh yeah, I'm reading paperwork today. You know, the last drop of documents from the Idaho 4 case, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what they wrote on the paper that don't make no sense. And actually, they're not telling you nothing. That's why I don't sit here and read paperwork to y'all, because y'all don't want to hear that. I know for a fact y'all don't want to see me sitting here reading paperwork that is make no sense. Listen, I already know what I need to know and I already proved what I needed to prove. I told ya, due to the Kohberger is innocent, they are going to play with the court procedure. The content creators are gonna play and make it look like Kohberger is cooked and prosecution has stuff that no one has seen. Guess what? They have not brought up anything to the table yet. They're not gonna bring nothing else to the table. I'm letting you know right now. Flash news. Probably whatever Ann Taylor has right now, it might be it. And don't be surprised if that was it. And we'll get to find out when we get there. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, are you fucking serious? That's all they got. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna see content creators pedaling back like, oh my God, and not even acknowledging the work that I've been putting here since the case started. You know how it goes. Ain't no content creator want to give no one credit for what they tell you, especially when it's so solid like what I speak on. Everything I have to tell you about the Kiely Rodni case have come to fruition. They cannot close that case because it don't make no sense. While content creators were saying, oh, the case is closed, the case is closed. How the FBI is investigating this shit still. Because until the FBI closed that case, the case is open. You like it or not. The Kiely Rodni case at this day today is still open and still being investigated by the FBI. I told you that. And they cannot close it as an accident because it's no accident preliminaries. It's nothing that will indicate you that it's an accident. Everything calls foul play. But the FBI is cooking this one to catch everyone at once. Just relax. The same thing I told you about the Kohberger case. As soon as they caught the guy, I was like, this is not the guy. I told you right away. And I told you that everything that I'm telling you is going to come back full circle when you see that in court, everything is going to get manipulated and mishandled. Because they want to keep an innocent man locked up to let it all die down and have the people getting tired of the subject. So by the time they let him go, no one will care. At least that's what they think, because I'll be talking about this like for another year right after they let him go. Because if they don't get right back upon it and really get the people that did it, oh, I'm going to be talking the most about the whole Idaho. Oh, I'm not digging on all you dirt. I already know enough. But by the time I'm done with Idaho, I might be the one getting $10 million just out of the shit that I do. Big shout out to everyone watching. I love you. Thank you for being here. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you could take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. As always, your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep. Love ya. I get back upon it pretty soon. Y'all know how I do. I just pop up and give you the goods. I love ya. I appreciate ya. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for being here. And as always, we'll appreciate all the donations. If you found any value, show some love. Have a good night. Love ya.